Good morning, friends, and welcome to the SBI Securities Daily Morning Podcast. Today, we will cover global market updates, key corporate development, second quarter result updates, key economic event to track, key actionable based on fund flow activity, and trading and investment strategy for next few days. Let us check what happened in the domestic market yesterday. Yesterday, we saw Indian markets hold on to the gain for the entire day and was in green for second consecutive day. Sensex and Nifty were up to the tune of 0.6% and closed at the level of 66,473, and with Nifty ending at 19,811 level. In terms of sector, we saw auto, media and realty were the top gainers yesterday, whereas IT and public sector banks were trading marginally lower. So broader indices were pretty strong. Yesterday we saw 2,320 stocks advancing against the 1,379 stocks declining. So which shows that the market breadth was pretty strong. In terms of 52-week high, yesterday we saw 271 stocks scaling a 52-week high. Few prominent names being in that list were Angel Broking, Ashoka Buildcon, Avantel based on the second quarter pretty strong number we have seen there. Century Textile, again entire real estate package up, hence we are seeing a good rally in Century Textile also. Coal India is scaling a new 52-week high. Chola Fin, Crisil, Escort, Ecler, Gabriel India, Gensol, Kalyan Jeweler has given a very strong set of updates for second quarter and hence we are seeing a pretty strong momentum over there. Nam India, so after yesterday's news that we have seen a record inflow through SIP route in mutual fund. So we are seeing a lot of action in AMC companies. MCX, Medanta, Paytm, TVS Motor, Zomato. 25 stocks were trading at a 52-week low yesterday. Now let us check what happened in the US and Europe market yesterday. So yesterday we saw a pretty volatile session as far as US market is concerned. So markets opened in a green, then corrected, and then however ended on the positive note in the US. And the key gainers yesterday were Novo Nordisk, Adobe, and Nvidia. So as discussed yesterday, the Fed minutes were released yesterday, and there is no surprise in that. The policy continued to remain restrictive, but as we have discussed earlier, we have seen that the few Fed members recently in their speech have turned dovish and have signaled that the recent surge in the treasury yield will ensure that we may not need a further Fed rate hikes. So that has been taken positive by the global markets. In terms of data, so basically today CPI data will be released for the month of September for US. It is expected that CPI inflation rate should slow down to 3.6% year over year in the month of September from 3.7% in the month of August. The core CPI number is expected to cool off to 4.1% year over year in September as compared to 4.3% in the month of August. We all know that core CPI is a number which US Fed track very closely to, and is one of the key input for US Fed decision making as far as rate hike is concerned. After digesting the war related fear, we have seen that crude oil prices have now stabilized at around $86 to $87, and 10-year treasury yield have corrected by 19 basis points in the last 2 days to 4.6%. Yesterday, Europe markets were marginally down. However, today morning, Asian markets, all the key indices are trading in green. GIFT Nifty is currently trading at 19,846 levels, which indicate that Indian markets are likely to open flat today. In terms of fund flow, so yesterday it was a 16th consecutive session where we have seen selling from foreign institutional investor to the tune of 421 crore. However, DII has been a buyer, and we have seen buying to the tune of 1,032 crore. Overall sentiments from a global market perspective look positive, neutral to positive, and it seems that market has entirely digested the negative news or negative perception pertaining to the recently ongoing geopolitical tension. And in fact, crude oil prices have corrected marginally and have stabilized at $86-87. And that's a big positive as far as Indian economy and equity markets are concerned. So let us check which are the companies which are likely to declare their second quarter results. So prominent name, the key large cap companies are Infosys, SCL Tech, and HDFC AMC. All the three major will be declaring their results today. Among the small cap, Anand Rathi Wealth, JTL Industry, and Kesoram Industries will be declaring their results today. Yesterday, TCS came out with their number, second quarter number post market closing. So we have seen that revenue was slightly below the street expectation, whereas margins were above the EBIT margin, which came in at 24.3%, were marginally above the street expectation. So what we have seen is that in terms of demand commentary, TCS has said that the short-term outlook in terms of demand is still is clouded, as their clients in North America are holding on to their cash, conserving their cash in an uncertain environment, and they are waiting for a right trigger or right development in the calendar year 23 or 24 to ramp up their spending on as far as discretionary spends are concerned. In terms of margin, TCS is expecting that margin will continue to expand in third quarter as compared to second quarter. This is due to the increase in productivity and increase in utilization of its workforce. So overall, a mixed set of numbers from TCS. So we may see some tepid reaction, maybe a marginal downtick in the opening trade, and then TCS may trade sideways. The marginal savior for TCS shareholder is the buyback to the tune of 17,000 crore. Although the buyback quantum is not in line with the street expectation and it's a very small number. However, it will at least act as a sentimentally positive as far as TCS stock price is concerned. Now let us check a few other updates. So Sula Vineyards, they have reported that for second quarter, which is September ending quarter, their wine sales has gone up by 14% year over year, and their wine tourism business revenue from wine tourism business is up 26% year over year. That's the provisional update for second quarter, and that's a pretty robust sales of growth. Robust growth reported by Sula Vineyard, and we may see some positive reaction in the stock today. So we all know that yesterday the data came in for SIP, monthly SIP data 16,000 crore. Again, it's a record number. That's the $2 billion number, and we all know that this number used to be 3,000, 4,000 crore on a monthly basis 2-3 years back. So that's a pretty strong set of inflow as far as domestic institutional investors are concerned, and we may see positive reaction in all the asset management companies like HDFC AMC, Nippon AMC, UTI AMC, etc. And this is helping the market also, because whenever there is a downtick in a market, there is minor correction, domestic institutional investors are forced to deploy this money in the Indian equity market, and hence that is leading to a kind of support to the market on in every fall. So that's a positive from the entire equity market perspective also. Polycap, Paytm, and Lodha, that is Macrotech developer, are likely to be added in MSCI global indices. So we may see some inflow in all these three companies, and hence the positive reaction as far as stock price is concerned. Philip Carbon Black, the company has been granted a patent for its carbon black modification process, and that's positive for the company in medium to long term. We have the call open on Philip Carbon Black in pick of the day, and even our analyst is positive on Philip Carbon Black from medium to long term perspective. Precall has entered into cooperation agreement with Heilongjiang Tangyu Electronic to provide advanced technologies in driver information system solutions for Indian vehicle maker across the vehicle segment. So that's a positive development as far as Precall is concerned in medium to long term. EMS Limited, the newly listed company, has been awarded a contract worth rupees 271 crore from Jaipur's Heritage Municipality for providing laying, jointing, and testing and commissioning of sewerage system ancillary work for the period of 10 years. So that's a marginally positive as far as EMS is concerned. In terms of new listing, Plaza Wire will be a listing today, a small size company, less than 1,000 crore market cap. So if I have to sum up today, in terms of key events, so today, as we have discussed, the CPI data will be, Street will be keenly watching CPI data in US market. At the same time, in domestic market, we will see an inflation number as well as IIP number percolating in the later half of the trade. So these are the key data which Street will be keenly watching as far as domestic as well as global market is concerned. So if I have to conclude today's discussion, I think global signals have turned far better in last 2 days, and Nifty is now trading at 19,800 band, and it has easily crossed the psychological barrier of 19,700 level. And looking at a robust inflow which mutual funds are getting and retail investors are directly deploying in the equity market, I don't think so markets are headed for a big correction from here on. In fact, what I believe is that in case there are a robust number from banking as well as other consumer companies during the quarter two results, we may see a new high as far as equity markets are concerned over the next 30 to 40 trading session in the month of October and November. So I think it is advised that one should not remain short in the market. One should focus on domestic consumption stories such as auto ancillary, consumer discretionary, railways, infrastructure, defense, cement. So there are many domestic stories where the capex is very heavy as far as government is concerned, and domestic retail consumer is spending money in the urban market. So overall, let us stay positive. Let us trade for next few days with a positive bias and avoid shorts in the market. That's all for the day. Thank you and have a good day.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.